Hello, and thank you for tuning in today. I would love to take a few moments and talk about empathy. What is empathy exactly? Empathy is where you see it as the other person does and you feel it as the other person does. Some may say, well, when I'm having a conversation with someone and they are describing a situation that's happened, I can't relate to the situation or the story. And where that may be true in so many instances, we are still in position to show empathy for that person in that moment. How do you do that when you can't relate to the story or the situation? Empathy is something that's really important in relationships, and it fuels connection between people. So when someone shares something with you that's very personal or very hard for them, and you cannot relate to the story, empathy is a choice that you make, a very vulnerable choice to go to a place inside of yourself that can bring those feelings that that person is feeling in that moment up for you and help you to really put yourself in a position where you are able to be vulnerable and to show empathy for them, because where their situation may be different from yours, you've had a situation that brings about the same feelings that they're having in that moment. Empathy is very important in relationships, and it fuels amazing connections between two people. When people know that you care about them by showing empathy, it helps them to bring their full self to any situation. Imagine how much better organizations could be if we would just show more empathy for people. People come to work every day and work hard, and they may feel like they're not being heard or that people don't understand them. But when you show empathy, you are showing that person that, hey, I care more about you as a person than just what you can do for the organization. And when people feel that from you, it allows them to then show up every day, not just with their hands to do the work, but they show up with their head, their heart, and their hands. The full person shows up. Imagine how much more productivity can be done in an organization when people feel like they are truly cared about and they are heard and they are listened to. Empathy is something that really fuels connections. And ultimately, our goal is to connect with people. Empathy, I like to say, is the secret sauce that fuels connections. So the next time you have an opportunity to have a conversation with someone, be that personal or professional, take a moment and really just lean in and listen. And if you choose to, allow yourself to go to that vulnerable space inside of you. And in that moment, even if it's a story that you can't relate to, allow yourself to go deep and to show empathy in that moment to that person. I think you would really be amazed at how different the relationship would be, even if it's a good relationship. People like to feel cared for, not just to say or hear that they're cared for. So, again, the next time you're in a position to show empathy, allow yourself that space of vulnerability to do that and watch how organizations and relationships will change. Thank you for your time.